Super sub and VAR is the reason why England got the draw today. But before we get into this match reaction, please do smash the like button and do subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're so close to 2,300 subscribers. It would really be appreciated if you could do that right this very second. It takes 2 seconds, but let's get started. Where do we start? A game where the first 70 minutes, I thought we didn't deserve anything. But for that last 20 minutes, kind of around about that time when Jack Grealish came on at around the 72nd minute, and as well with Jared Bowen, the game changed. The game was flipped on its head, and England looked at their strongest. I thought Raheem Sterling had a really poor game, and when he moved more central, I thought he was a lot more dangerous. And that's the thing, we needed players who could drive with the ball, because the problem was with England, we've got a lot of nice technically gifted players, but the only players who ever looked like doing anything were players like Bukayo Saka, players that were going to drive at this Germany team, because this Germany team were back in numbers, and they just sat deep at points. They had 8 players behind the ball the majority of the time when they were defending, and we just couldn't beat them. We kept passing it sideways and sideways, and that's the thing. You needed players like Jack Grealish to come on and test players, try and take defenders out of position, get himself in one-on-ones and get them to commit, and they can drive past them. But there are a lot of players today I thought who were integral, who were very good. I thought the question marks with Pickford for the goal and Maguire's positioning up, by the way. Maguire, what on earth was that position? If you go watch it back, I don't understand what's going on. The positioning is awful. Trippier gets dragged out. I thought he had quite a good game at left back, to be honest. I thought he was a lot better than James Justin. The back four, I thought Stones had an okay game. I thought Maguire was poor. I thought Pickford was absolutely dreadful today. Yes, he got a couple of saves, but overall, simply not good enough. His kicking was extremely poor. He must have kicked it out about 10 times. Not only that, he should have saved the goal. It was straight at him. I know people can say there's power and things, but he's gone to the ground way too early. It's straight at him. Kyle Walker, I thought, was quite poor as well. I thought he wasn't very disciplined. Quite a few times he just run out of position. You got players like Jude Bellingham who kept having to come out wide and cover him. But I thought, yeah, John Stones was all right. Maguire was poor. Trippier was good. I thought Declan Rice and Jude Bellingham were absolutely class in that midfield, and I did really feel for them two today, because they're coming up against a Germany side who like to keep the ball, and they're coming against Joshua Kimmich, Ilkay Gundogan, two of the arguably the greatest midfielders right now on the planet. Both of them are very, very good. And then you got Thomas Muller dropping in there, and you got Messiah who kept dropping in as well. And that was the problem. They was just outnumbered, and they played really well. I thought Bukayo Saka had an okay game. I thought Sterling, as I said, I thought was quite poor. Mason Mount, what on earth? Can anyone explain to me in the comment section below, what does Mason Mount actually do for England? I don't understand. Every week he just seems to be picked, and I don't know what he does. He doesn't offer enough. And then there's question marks of Harry Kane. Yes, he got the goal, and it's a penalty at the end of the day. I don't think there really can be any question marks or any arguments about whether it was or not, because there was contact. Whether he could get the ball or not, there was contact in the box, so it is a penalty. And finally, VAR giving decisions that should have stood. Where we looked at the Ukraine game back against Wales, and I had flashbacks to that, and I was thinking, this penalty isn't going to get given. But fair play, the penalty was given. It was right. And Harry Kane started it away. Yep, obviously we knew he was, let's be honest. He's a pen merchant. This guy does not miss these situations. But I find with him, when he plays up top on his own, when he's isolated like he was, he drifts out wide because he wants to get on the ball. But then quite a lot of the time, we don't have that out ball, and then we're forced to pass into and playing into these mistakes that we were in that first half, because Germany, realistically, in that first half, could have been 2 or 3 up. And I think we were lucky that Germany didn't have that killer instinct, because we realistically, as I said before, we should have really been beaten in that game, if I'm honest. But then that last 20 minutes, so I say we should have been beaten, but they didn't score, so I can't really. They scored one. So really, what I'm saying is ridiculous. We should have been beaten on play, but for the last 20 minutes, we could have got. It's meant to say we could have got that win. Kane could have scored a hat-trick, let's be honest. But Gareth Southgate, there's question marks again over his decisions, because we've seen this starting lineup. Everything went well when he made these changes. I know you can say, oh, it's brilliant decision making, but anyone could have seen that. Even I could have seen it on the side. I've been tweeting saying Jack Grealish needs to come on. Players who actually test players. We've got the formation just wasn't working. We played 5 at the back against Hungary, and then we go to 4 at the back against Germany. And yes, I wanted 4 at the back, but it's just mental to start doing that in a game like that, in a moment like that. It just baffles me, to be honest. But let me know your thoughts. My man of the match has to be Jude Bellingham for me. I think he was absolutely class in the midfield, and he was extremely attacking today. And I think he struggled against Hungary at points, because he's not used to playing that 2 in the midfield. But he was driving with the ball, he was setting the press. I thought he showed energy. And an honourable mention as well to Jack Grealish, purely by his impact. So let me know in the comment section below. England, for me, was saved by VAR and the super subs, but there's still got to be question marks with Gareth Southgate for poor decision making again. I know, yes, I've just said the super subs, but we all could see it. he had to make those decisions, and it's simply just not good enough again. Realistically, we should have beaten this German side. You look at the sides compared to each other. We've got better players. We've got winners in this team. I say we've got winners. We haven't got winners. We can't seem to do it when we should do. I'm just disappointed. Even though we got the draw, it still feels like a loss because we were just absolutely dreadful for about 60 or 70 minutes. It was a really poor performance. But let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on the game, your analysis. Smash the like button, do subscribe, and thanks for watching. BucketHatSam over and out. Thank you, goodbye.